What's up, Long Island? I'm Jeff Herman for the Long Island Lizards, and this is your Lizards Weekly Review. It seems whenever the Lizards and Chicago Machine get together, it's usually a nail-biter. Of the 5 prior meetings between these teams, 4 were decided by 2 points or less, and last Saturday was no exception. Behind 9-4 at the half, the Lizards slowly staged a comeback. Every time Chicago scored, the Lizards answered back with a couple 2-pointers mixed in to slowly chop away at the Machine's lead. Then, late in the fourth, Stephen Berger tied the game at 15 with just over 2 minutes left. Then Matt Danowski scored the game-winning 2-point goal with just a minute 24 left in the game, giving the Lizards their first lead and making it count, squeaking out the 17-15 win. The Lizards remained perfect against Chicago at 6-0 all-time and now improved their record to 4-5 on the season. Back to Stephen Berger, he participated in the MLL All-Star Game in Boston on Thursday, and did he ever put on a show? He showed off some amazing moves in freestyle scoring for the skills competition, and his lone goal in the All-Star Game was ranked #1 on ESPN's top 10 plays for the night. We caught up with Stephen this week to talk about the All-Star Game and the Lizards' chances for a playoff berth. First off, congrats on the win on Saturday and the All-Star Game appearance last week. What was going through your mind during that goal at the All-Star Game? Was it your plan to dive with the no-look shot, or did it just all materialize so quickly?
I've done that move a few times in years past. I've luckily landed it a few times and actually been unfortunate a few times. I had my bearings set and I kind of knew where I was going, and once I saw a lane open, I kind of just went for it. I didn't know that I jumped so far behind the goal, as well as I kind of just, with the torquing of my motion and ripping my shot, it kind of just ended up falling into my hand. I've worked on it in years past. I just never have gotten that elevation and gotten that much torque on my shot, and it ended up working out for me as a benefit.
That play not only made SportsCenter's top 10 for July 8th, but it was the #1 play. How flattering is that?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, pretty unreal. I mean, I'm a huge SportsCenter ESPN guy, and every time I see the top 10 plays on the ticker there, I always stay around and watch. And I was with my sister and girlfriend and father, and we were watching it that morning, and had heard that I was the top 10, but I didn't know that I was #1. I was pretty honored, and it was pretty cool to kind of hear my name shouted out and be #1, and I'm definitely going to be saving that clip for many years for sure.
About those moves you showed off during the freestyle shooting competition, before the competition, were you trying ideas out at practice, or was it just like all improvised?
I've been in the competitions in years past. I've been held up to kind of the limit to kind of put my tricks to the test, but I kind of just compiled some old tricks from years past, and been working camps and stuff like that. Being around kids a lot, you kind of pick up some of the cool tricks that they do, and some brainstorming in the locker room went on, and a little bit of some brainstorming around in the shoot-around that I did earlier in that day. But other than that, I kind of just went with it and just kind of let my skill come to the test.
That 180-degree shot with your feet, you got a name for that or anything?
I don't. Maybe the whirly bird. Kind of incorporate a little bit of some soccer and skateboarding, things that I kind of like to, I did when I was growing up, some things that I picked up from other guys. So I call it the whirly bird. Why not?
Back to the Lizards. It's a tight race for the bottom 2 spots in the playoffs. What does the team have to improve upon to win the last 3 games and make the playoffs?
A lot. I think we need to put 60 minutes together. That's definitely a big step for us, is to really put 60 minutes together, not only offensively and defensively, but across the field, up and down, transition, face-offs, saves, possessions of the ball, and stuff like that. So definitely putting 60 minutes together. Another thing is, I think, offensively we've been doing a great job of finding our matchups and making sure that we take advantage of those, but really working together as a unit on the offensive end. I think we have one of the best offenses in the league when we're all out there and we're really clicking. So it'll definitely help us a lot better if we can put that all together as one. And then defensively, if we can stay physical, we can stay out of the penalty box. I love how our team is very physical and gets after it and makes the other team know that we're not going to let anybody come through the middle and try fancy stuff. But at the same time, we need to be smart and make sure that if we are going to do penalties, that we're taking the right ones and we're not taking dumb ones that are kind of hurting us in the end. And then lastly, I think more or less we just need to have some fun. I think We need to start acting and playing like what got us there to where we are today, what got us to the MLL and play like that and have fun with it. I mean, there's no way in any sport you're going to be successful if you're not having fun. So we got to kind of just let the pressure ride on us. We put ourselves in the situation, and we just got to come out and kind of take each game at a time, not look too much ahead, and really just kind of take each game as it's worth. And I think if we do that, we'll be pretty successful and see ourselves down in Annapolis in championship weekend.
Thanks again to Stephen Berger for doing the interview. The MLL is on hiatus this week because of the World Lacrosse Championships in Manchester, England, but the Lizards will be back in action next Thursday versus the Chesapeake Bayhawks right here at James M. Stewart Stadium at 8 p.m. We'll have a more in-depth preview for the game on next week's show. One final note, congratulations to Matt Danowski for winning the MLL Offensive Player of the Week honors, tying an MLL record with 3 two-point goals in one game. For the Long Island Lizards, I'm Jeff Herman.